Good morning. Welcome everyone to the 82nd Annual Miss Massillonian Outstanding Senior Boy Assembly. I'm Steph Hathaway, and I would be in a lot of trouble if I didn't say thank you to everybody who helps me do this. I'm just the front person, but I have Megan, Coughlin, Ridgely somewhere, Ann Pulaski, Sherry Sunkel, Chuck Richards, Mr. Sorensen, Mrs. Smith-Heisler. I'm trying to think who else. I know I'm forgetting people. Who am I forgetting, Sherry? Oh, Mr. Patches, Kim Williams, Wendy Snodgrass, Dave Sheets, Mr. Thornsberry, Matt Citron, Rich Conaway, Brenda Hammett, and if I forgot anybody else, I apologize. But we have a committee of about 20 people that put this together for our students. I'd like to introduce my judges, first of all. I have my first judge, Mr. Jamil Dudley. He's gonna wave to you guys. Mr. Dudley attended Washington High School and he graduated in 2010. He also attended Lake Erie College where he obtained his bachelor's degree in criminal justice. At Lake Erie College, he was part of the basketball and track teams. He was an eight-time Division II All-American, a two-time national champion, and a qualifier for the Olympic trials in the 2012 high jump event. Mr. Dudley now serves as bailiff at the Massillon Municipal Court, and he's also a skills specialist and helps out with the boys basketball program. He's an alumni as well. Thanks, Jamil. I have Judy Adamczyk. Judy's a 1988 Washington High School alumni where she played basketball here. She was up for Miss Massillonian on the stage, not like some of us. She also obtained her Ohio State, went for her bachelor's degree and her master's degree. At this time, Judy's a catastrophe operations manager for Erie Insurance. She's been there for 23 years, and she's married to Jim, and she has 2 children and 2 grandchildren. Thanks, Judy. Next, I have Mr. Tim Coughlin. Mr. Coughlin started teaching at Lauren Andrews. Go Dragons. Then he was the vocational education director at the high school and then an assistant principal at Washington High School for over 25 years. He obtained his bachelor's and master's degree from Kent State. He loves fishing, working on his 1975 Chevy Scottsdale truck, and spending time with his 5 grandchildren. Thanks, Mr. Coughlin. Next, we have Miss Patty Carmola. Patty has directed musicals at Washington High School in the past and has worked as an assistant drama coach at Washington High School. She is an integral part of the community with being a teacher, also at Lauren Andrews and in Massillon City Schools for over 35 years. So thanks, Patty. She's really active at St. Joseph's Church as well. She's a professional singer and has performed at the Players Guild and other local committees, so that's important for our kids on stage today. And my last judge tonight is Miss Chinitha Crenshaw, better known as Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi's a 1988 WHS alumni. She earned offers for full scholarships in 1988 for volleyball, basketball, and track and field. She obtained her Bachelor's of Arts from Cleveland State in social work, while also playing on a full scholarship for basketball for the Vikings. She's a creator of a women's sports show called The Starting Line, and their motto is, "We have sports appeal in high heels." She just finished recently obtaining her master's degree in business management from Tiffin, and she's working on a business venture called Diamonds Boutique, and Chi-Chi's picture's out in the case down by the athletic wing, but she didn't know that, so. Thank you so much to all my judges for being here this morning. I know it's a lot of time out of your busy days, but we really, really appreciate it, especially this year, to make this as nice as possible for the kids. If I can now direct your attention to center stage, we're gonna welcome our first couple of the morning, Miss Brooke Hamilton and Mr. Evan Peters. Brooke is the daughter of Jamie and Julie Hamilton. She's involved in the musical, drama club, French club president of the swing band, and she's also a squad leader. She's planning on going to Cleveland State University and to major in musical theater performance. Madame Hoffman said, Brooke is inherently curious and genuinely enjoys learning new things. Her kind-heartedness and compassion for others surrounds all that she does. I will greatly miss her calm leadership and bright personality, both inside and outside of my classroom. Escorting Brooke is Mr. Evan Peters. Evan is the son of James and Heather Peters. He's a 3-year squad leader in the swing band, vice president of National Honor Society, and vice president of Student Council. He's also in the drama club. He too plans to attend Cleveland State University to major in the musical theater performance. Mrs. Monica Erickson said, "It is a rare privilege to have a student who shows exemplary focus, dedication, and the fortitude to stick with learning a subject, especially when that subject is math. Confident, quick-witted, intelligent, trustworthy, these are just some of the things I would use to describe Evan Peters. Whether in class or on stage, he's a dependable and natural leader." Thank you so much, Ms. Brooke Hamilton and Mr. Evan Peters. Next, please say hello to Ms. Riley Jadell and Mr. Darian Williams. Riley is the daughter of Scott and Christy Jadell. She's a member of the gymnastics team, cheerleading, National Honor Society, and advisory board. She would like to go to the University of Akron and study physical therapy. Miss Barb Palmer stated, Riley was born to compete. She is talented, poised, focused, and determined. She shines on beam and floor and captures everyone's attention. I guess that's why my new team quote is, I want to be like Riley. Next we have Darian. Darian's the son of Kevin and Kelly Williams. He's a 3-year varsity letterman on the football team, a 4-year varsity letterman on the basketball team, a member of National Honor Society, and a 2-year letterman on the track and field team. He's going to Ashland University to pursue an exercise science degree. Mrs. Hathaway said, Darian Williams is one of the most humble, friendly, respectful, and hardworking students I've ever met. He is a friend to all and always has a kind word to say and a smile on his face. Darian challenges himself academically, and he will be a huge superstar in college. Best of luck in your bright future. Thank you so much, Ms. Riley Jadell and Mr. Darian Williams. Say good morning to Miss Emily Ryder and Mr. Alex Bauer. Emily is the daughter of James and Erin Ryder. She's a 3-year squad leader and 2-year section leader in the swing band. She's captain of the swim team, is a member of Washingtonians, and also a National Honor Society member. She's going to attend Altman College to major in nursing. And Mrs. Lisa Dye said, if you are looking for a leader who genuinely cares about not only academics, but people, that is Emily Ryder. She's I know that she will continue the true class and excellence through on her collegiate years and beyond. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Emily. And Mr. Alex Bauer is the son of Rebecca Johnson. Alex is a 3-year letterman, varsity letterman in football, the DECA state champion and national qualifier. He's a member of National Honor Society and a member of the National Technical Vocational Honor Society. He's going to Baldwin-Wallace to study finance. And Mr. Chuck Richards stated, Alex Bauer challenges himself daily to achieve perfection in everything he does. From setting records kicking for the Tigers to winning a DECA state championship in finance, Alex focuses on being elite. I visualize his career path as a leading CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Thank you so much, Miss Emily Ryder and Mr. Alex Bauer. Please give a warm Washington High School welcome to Miss Madeline Rearick and Mr. Ryan Cottrell. Madeline is the daughter of Jason and Maria Rearick. She is a member of National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society, a PEP club officer, and a 4-year letterman in swimming. She's going to Cleveland State to study healthcare management, and Mrs. Amy Petro said, Maddie Rearick stood out to me when she was a freshman. I clearly remember asking someone who she was during McKinley Week because she was such a leader and a hard worker. I've had the pleasure of having her the next year in class, and I really got to know her. She has a heart of gold and has a special intuition, being able to tell someone when their spirits need lifted. Her kindness helped me to get through many rough days, whether she knew it or not. Ryan is the son of Tammy Welsh and Dana Cottrell. He is a founding member of the Kindness Club. He's on the track team, National Honor Society, and National Vocational Technical Honor Society. He's going to Walsh University to study physical therapy. And Mrs. Kim Anderson stated, Ryan spearheaded a new club, the Kindness Club, that promotes kindness and respect of diversity to all. His genuine concern for the well-being of others will partner well with his work ethic and love of learning as he moves forward and contributes to the community in which he works and lives. Ryan gives hope to a kinder, more tolerant society. Thank you, Ms. Madeline Rarick and Mr. Ryan Cottrell. Next, we welcome to the stage Ms. Diana Alexander and Mr. Jack Vignos. Diana is the daughter of Michael and Bobby Alexander. She's a 4-year member of the Massillon Tiger Swing Band, as well as a 2-year section and squad leader. She's a 2-year member of Jazz Orchestra, a member of the National Technical Vocational Honor Society, and a 3-year member of Teaching Professions. She's going to Bowling Green University, where she's going to major in early childhood education. Jen Smith-Heisler said, Diana is a good musician and leader. She has a calm, quiet, nurturing leadership style that has earned the respect of her peers as well as her teachers. Jack is the son of Heather and Scott Vignos. He's a member of the soccer team, the tennis team, basketball, and DECA. He plans on attending college in the future to study digital marketing. Mr. Derek Maley stated, it is with great pleasure to introduce Jack Vignos. Jack is an intelligent, witty student who has big plans for himself. His swagger will take him places, and his confidence is going to push him to the top in life. Thank you so much, Ms. Diana Alexander and Mr. Jack Vignos. Please give a round of applause for Ms. Kaylee Brown and Mr. Owen Kramer. Kaylee is the daughter of Jennifer and Jason Brown. She's a 2-year varsity cheer captain, member of the National Honor Society, student council treasurer, and the yearbook senior editor. She's going to Ohio State University to study early childhood education. Mrs. Karen Dietrich said, my philosophy is that not only are you responsible for your life, but doing the best at this moment puts you in the best place for the next moment. That's an Oprah Winfrey quote that makes me think of Kaylee Brown. Kaylee has excelled at WHS to prepare herself for the next moment in her life. Her continuous involvement in her community, academics, and athletics will aid her in the future. Thank you so much, Mr. Jack Vignos and Miss Kaylee Brown. Miss Kaylee Brown and Mr. Owen Kramer. I'm so sorry. Owen is the son of Carol Kramer and Carl Kramer. He's a section leader in the Massillon Tiger Swing Band. He's a member of the Washingtonians Advanced Choir and is in the pit orchestra for the musical. He's going to Kent State University to study nursing. Ms. Shauna Swab stated, Owen is an extremely intelligent young man with an incredibly bright future ahead of him. He has been such a joy to have in class the last 2 years, and I look forward to seeing where his healthcare career takes him. Thank you, Ms. Kaylee Brown and Mr. Owen Kramer. Please welcome Ms. Mackenzie Copeland and Mr. Davin Wenzel. Mackenzie is the daughter of Autumn Abbott and Eric Copeland. Mackenzie is a 3-year captain of the girls' volleyball team. She's on National Honor Society, Washingtonians, and she's planning on going to the Ohio Dominican College to study biological sciences. Mrs. Ann Pulaski said, Mackenzie is a constant source of optimism and positivity in the classroom. A pleasure to be around, she always encourages others to do their best. She is intelligent and driven. Mackenzie knows what she wants in life and has the confidence and determination to get it. Davin is the son of Davin is the son of David and Helen Wenzel. He's part of the football team, a member of NHS and National Vocational Technical Honor Society, and he's currently enrolled in an engineering co-op with Scheffler Transmission Systems. Davin is going to the University of Akron for an electrical engineering degree. Mr. Jack Kilgore stated, "Polite, intelligent, determined, and respectful are words used to describe this young man. Davin gives 100% in and out of the classroom. His optimistic attitude and work ethic motivates and inspires everyone around him. It has been an honor to have Davin in class for the past 3 years." Thank you so much to Ms. Mackenzie Copeland and Mr. Davin Wenzel. Please say hello to Ms. Haley Leiber and Mr. Magnus Haynes. Haley is the daughter of Lisa Leiber and Tim Leiber. She's been active in swimming, National Honor Society, and Women's Chorus. She's going to Mount Union to major in psychology. And Mrs. Janice Sprinkle stated, "Haley represents every quality that exudes integrity, intelligence, professionalism, kindness, and athleticism to the fullest of her ability. She is quiet, yet illustrates his tenacious thirst for success." Magnus is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Haynes. He's a 4-year letterman in football, a 4-year letterman and 2-year captain in swimming, a 1-year track letterman, member of NHS, and member of National Vocational Technical Honor Society. He's going to Kent State to play football and major in business management. Mrs. Carol Geyer stated, "Grit. It's the result of raw endurance, perseverance, and passion that keeps you going despite the obstacles in your path. Magnus Haynes has grit. He's demonstrated his grit on the field and in the classroom, proving himself to be an outstanding athlete as well as model student." Thank you so much, Ms. Haley Leiber and Mr. Magnus Haynes. Please say good morning to Ms. Abigail Evans and Mr. Brandon Snedeker. Abby is the daughter of Michelle and Tristan Evans. She's a member of the gymnastics team, cheerleading, secretary of student council, and officer of pep club. She's going to Ashland University to major in nursing. And Mrs. Barb Palmer said, "Abby sustained several major injuries throughout her 4 years as a varsity gymnast. She never gave up. She persevered and came out a stronger gymnast. With that attitude, I know Abby will succeed in anything she attempts. I'm proud to be her coach." Brandon is the son of Dan and Linda Snedeker. He's treasurer of National Honor Society. He's in the Youth Leadership Academy, National Technical Honor Society, and Skills USA. He's going to the Ohio State University to major in aeronautical engineering. And Mr. Mark Kircher stated, "Brandon is an amazing student who demonstrates a strong work ethic and positive attitude. His ability to lead by example has been a strong attribute for Brandon. I am confident he will be a success in all of his future endeavors." Thank you, Ms. Abigail Evans and Mr. Brandon Snedeker. Next, we welcome to the center stage Ms. Jordan Legal and Mr. Therese Robinson, Jr. Jordan is the daughter of Sarah and Brian Legal. She's varsity captain for the Tiger Cheerleaders, president of Student Council, officer of Pep Club, and captain for the track and field team. She's going to the Ohio State University to major in computer engineering. And Mr. Mark Kircher said, "Jordan has truly been a pleasure to have in manufacturing. She is a conscientious, hardworking young lady. Her positivity and enthusiasm for learning will help her to be a success in anything she does. Keep smiling, Jordan." Therese is the son of Therese Robinson Sr. He's a member of the swing band, Washingtonians, men's chorus, and the musical. He's going to Cleveland State to study music education. Mr. Robert Cannon stated, "If you're looking for a leader who genuinely cares about not only his academics, but also the people around him, look no further than TJ Robinson. Having known TJ for the past 5 years, he was always presented himself as an honest individual who recognizes the needs of many and works quickly to address them. I know that he will continue to show true class and excellence through his college years and beyond." Thank you, Ms. Jordan Legal and Mr. Therese Robinson, Jr. Please give a Washington High School welcome to Miss Antoinette Lackey and Mr. Nathan Corder. Antoinette is the daughter of Antonio Lackey and Jennifer Turley. She's president of the National Honor Society, a 3-year member of HOSA, and a member of Drama Club. She's going to The Ohio State University. Mr. Adam Calhoun said, Antoinette is a true inspiration. Not only is she an extremely bright person, she is a caring and thoughtful individual as well. Her work always exceeds expectations. Antoinette always strives to be the best she can be, and our school is better for having her as a student. Nathan is the son of Sue and Rick Corder. He's a member of NHS, Student Council, and the Swing Band. He's going to the College of Worcester to study biology. And Mrs. Jen Smith-Heisler said, Nathan has a great sense of humor and a quick smile. He's been a dedicated and solid band member all these years. Thank you, Miss Antoinette Lackey and Mr. Nathan Corder. Our final couple of the morning is Miss Micaiah Smith and Mr. Zachary Catrone. Micaiah is the daughter of Pamela Smith. She's a member of the Pep Club as well as an officer, student council member, and a Spanish club member. She's going to the Miami University in Oxford to study nursing. And Mrs. Tana Sebrel said, it's been said that the truth of our character is expressed through the choice of our actions. This quote very simply defines why Micaiah represents such a phenomenal student, fierce soccer player, and Washington High School leader. Micaiah consistently chooses to go above and beyond in every role she accepts. I have the utmost confidence that she will achieve every goal she sets for herself, and society will be the better for it. Zachary is the son of Frank and Maria Catrone. He's captain of the football team, baseball captain, as well as a 3-year letterman in both sports. He also helps with wheelchair basketball, National Technical Honor Society, and he's in the Educators Rising program. Zach's going to Baldwin College to major in special education. And Mr. Jared Troxler stated, Zach Catrone is a true Massillon Tiger. I had the honor to coach Zach all 4 years of his high school football career. He was always a team player and waited patiently for his opportunity to become the Massillon Tigers starting QB. He has a ton of character and the leadership ability to be successful no matter what he chooses to do. I can't wait to see what the future holds for Zach. Thank you, Ms. Micaiah Smith and Mr. Zachary Catrone. I'd now like to introduce Mr. Matt Citron. Where are you, Matt? I'm not sure where he's at. Things should be almost the same this year. You're going to notice a little bit difference because of COVID, but I think we got it all worked out.
I think so.
Do you need me to help you?
We're gonna move this out.
Okay.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your patience as we get this set up. We have a giant elephant in the room that we're all quite well aware of, and there have been phrases that have been introduced into our lexicon like before COVID, and before the pandemic, and since COVID. And those are not things that we're gonna worry about today as points of speech. Instead, I'm gonna focus on these individuals who have been excellent long before a pandemic took place. They have been outstanding for 12 years of their lives in academics. This doesn't define them. We are still here. It's 8 decades later that we're still doing this. We haven't missed a beat, and we're not going to miss a beat. And it's because these individuals have been and continue to be excellent and outstanding since before COVID. And that will be the last mention that I will have for you. When I think about these individuals, I think about their success and the history of their success, and how that, paired with the hope that our younger generation brings, is going to sustain us all through, and we are going to be fine. And we'll be fine because of the outstanding young ladies and young men that are behind me today. So you are not here to listen to me, although you are forced to listen to me. You're here to see what these folks have to say. So here's our procedure this year. And what we'll do is we'll bring our first couple up, and that's going to be Evan and Brooke. Come on up. And as Evan and Brooke come up, they're going to approach the podium here that we have, or the table. They're going to be able to select from the envelopes that are in the basket. There are 2 questions in each envelope. The students will then get an opportunity. Who's going first, guys? Brooke? Go ahead, Brooke. She's going to demonstrate for us. Brooke is very comfortable on stage. She's going to take those. She's going to look through her 2 questions. And as she reviews those questions, she's going to take a moment and pick the one that speaks the most to her, that gives her the energy so that she can communicate to the judges and to the audience her sentiments and her expertise. Whatever she decides against will be discarded into the basket below, and we'll be all set. So, with that having been said, I have a few notes about Brooke. So, Brooke is always going to have an issue. She's always not going to issue, not the right word. She's always going to be in a hurry. She's a fast walker. She's always task-oriented. She's always going to be there, and she's going to be the one who is going to get to the next task and the next thing that she has to do. And as she reads through her questions, I know in her mind her feet are going 1,000 miles a minute as she's working her way through those possible options. As I mentioned, she is very comfortable on stage. She is a very comfortable being on the stage and being in front of the camera, and as she's reviewing those questions. And she's still reviewing those questions, which is perfectly fine. No problem at all, Brooke. We do have, as Mrs. Hathaway had mentioned, we do have a lot of individuals who are behind this program. You might only see a few of us, but there are a lot of individuals who make this possible. And I'm not just talking about faculty and staff, but I'll thank those people later. All right, Brooke, you ready? All right, she's going to hand me the question. I'll read it for you guys to see, and then she's going to answer her question. So, Brooke, explain 3 lessons you've learned so far while attending WHS.
One lesson that I've learned is that though it goes quickly, you're always told it flies by. You need to take it one day at a time. There are days that are going to be 10 times more stressful than others. Another lesson that I learned is to just embrace everything that you do and treat everyone like family. You gain so many relationships throughout high school, and it's so amazing, and that's really what guides me and all of my peers throughout every single year, is the family that's created through different events. And my last lesson learned is to just have fun with it. These are really big, important, stressful, fun years, 4 fun years of your life, and you have to spend it that way with fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Brooke. Excellent. All right, Evan, same procedure here, Evan. So as Evan previews his questions, I can get back to some of those folks that we had mentioned who are integral in getting this together. And I'd really like to take a moment and thank our administrative staff. They are very supportive of the fact that as these students are going through their day and as the faculty members are putting together the committee and doing this work, that we've always had great support from our administrative staff for this particular event. Now, Evan, since his 10th grade year, has greeted me every day in the hallway with the same greeting every day. And it's really wonderful to have somebody who has had that consistency as he's walked by, and he's always given me a peace sign to let me know that his day is going to be good, my day is going to be good, and we're going to go ahead and get through that together. And I see him every morning, each time that we walk down the hallways of WHS. And he has stomped those hallways quite well over his years. So he's got those attributes as well as being comfortable on stage. And as he looks through his question, it looks like he may have, yeah, you've got one. He's got one that speaks to him. Fantastic. Thank you, Evan. Evan, the most important thing I've learned from a teacher so far is?
So one of the most important things that I've learned from a teacher so far at my time at WHS was probably from Mrs. Foster my junior year. She taught me that while you want to make the most of your time and obviously have fun with your friends in college, ultimately you are going there to get an education and you are the one paying for it. So just study hard and really focus on your schoolwork while you're there and just be able to balance the fun that you have as well. Thank you.
Thanks, Evan. Excellent. Well done. All right. All right. So we've got our first couple out of the way, and that means we're going to bring up our second couple, and we're going to bring up Riley and Darian. Come on over down, guys. All right. Who's going to go first? Riley. All right, Riley. Same procedure. Go ahead and grab your envelope as she looks through her questions. So Riley Jadell, and it was mentioned in her biography, but she's very easy to rely on. As a faculty member in the building, when you needed something to be accomplished, it's very easy to look to Riley and to say, oh, this will definitely get done. Well, when she's on the task, we know that she's going to be able to take care of those responsibilities. And it's nice to have those individuals who are easy to count on as they're in our classes. And she has also mentioned that as a big thank you to the Career and Tech Nursing program that Riley and all of our Career and Tech programs here at Washington High School have been extremely supportive of Miss Mass and Outstanding Senior Boy. And these individuals who are here are all, well, most of them are involved in some way, shape, or form with our Career and Tech program. So, Riley, yeah? All right, Riley. What are the worst chores at home, or what are the best?
The best chores at home would be cleaning your room, because you clean your room and you feel organized and you just feel better about yourself and more accomplished. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. All right, so I got a chance to speak with Darian yesterday a little bit, and he wanted to make sure that since they don't really have an opportunity to speak out to the audience specifically, that I gave a shout out to his mom and dad, so he's really proud of them and thankful for all of their support. And speaking of which, you may have heard during the introduction, D. Will's got a lot of support here. So clearly a personality that can be there. Thanks, gentlemen. $5 for you later, right? Okay, we got that covered. So, yeah, he's a very loyal friend and has always been that way. And as he's going through his time here at Washington High School, you can see that he, just like the rest of them, have made close connections with all of his classmates. So, he's also been active in our sports program, and WHS Athletics has always been a big part of what makes our school special, and D. Will has always been part of that program. So, all right. Thank you, sir. If you were a superhero, your superpower would be?
If I was a superhero, my superpower would be to read people's minds so I can know what everyone's thinking, and it would help me out in sports-wise, because I would know what my opponent is thinking while I'm playing. Thank you.
Thank you, Darian. All right. Our next couple this morning is Mr. Alex Bauer and Miss Emily Ryder. All right, come on up, guys, yeah. So, who's going to go first? Emily, go ahead. So, as Emily goes through the same procedure, when the Miss Mass Outstanding Senior Boy program starts, it actually starts in the very first weeks and months of school. There are pieces and parts that these students have done throughout the last 8 or 9 months to prepare themselves for this particular event. As we go through those things, there are different levels of anxiety that the students experience, as you can imagine. Things like, do I do my free response written essay, and how do I put together my biography? And then it becomes, my goodness, I need to get the dress, and then I need to get the hair, and then I get to the makeup. And then today, it gets to be the point where you're looking at questions with an audience in front. And they're looking at those ideas as to how do you communicate best. Well, we don't worry when Emily's looking at those ideas because her communication is fantastic. And as she walks through the halls at WHS, she will smile and greet and be happy and analytical and critical of all of those things that she passes by. And so as she goes through those questions and as she goes through her day, it's always nice to know that Emily's gonna be an involved student, which is highly committed and also always has a smile on her face, which you'll get to see momentarily. But go ahead and keep going with it. She's got it. You've got it? You've decided? All right. I don't want to rush you. Excellent. Thank you. If you could go back in time to your freshman year in high school, what advice would you give yourself?
If I could go back to my freshman year, I would tell myself to really just enjoy every single day for what it brings, because it's over before you know it. And at the end of the day, you really don't know how long you're going to be able to enjoy the relationships with the people that you meet in high school. Thank you.
Good job, Emily. Excellent. Excellent. Handled with poise. Well done. All right, Alex. Alex is going to go through our procedure. He's got his 2 questions to review. Alex was part of my Mod 1 class, and Mod 1 at Washington High School starts very early. We start school at 7:15 in the morning. This Mod 1 class was perhaps my best Mod 1 class of all time. They were always up and ready for anything, and I can see some in my audience, some of my Mod 1ers who are here with Alex. And it was always a great way to start the day, is to have a group of students who were, and there were only 9 or 11 of you. There weren't very many of you, but you were there, and they were always there, and Alex was always peppering me with questions as to how to explore the topics that we were discussing. Alex is also a true testament to the student/athlete. Students and academics always came first for Alex, and it was always interesting to see how he would push his way through micro and macroeconomics. And one of the few students who would come to me and say, "That was a great class, I really loved micro and macroeconomics." So always enjoyable to have a conversation with Alex. So all set there, Alex? All right. That's for me. All right. If you could spend one day with someone from history, it would be?
For me personally, I'd want to spend a day with the late President John F. Kennedy. And the reasoning behind this is because he was president in a term where the U.S. was in a very crucial point in their history with the Cold War and the Soviet Union, especially with the Soviet missile crisis, or the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the arms race and space race. So it's just cool to learn about his poise during the time and how he handled all the pressure. And that's a person I feel like I should look up to because they were able to succeed in such a high pressure environment.
Excellent answer. Thank you, Alex. Well done. All right. So, our next couple is Maddie and Ryan. Come on up, guys. Have you made a decision as to who will be going for Ryan? All right, go ahead, Ryan. Step on up there. And as Ryan is going through his questions, I do have to take a moment and thank some of the sponsors. This event doesn't happen. One of our judges, Patty, helps us with all of our flowers, and so we always appreciate the lovely flowers that Patty helps us with, and that the young ladies and young men are wearing today. So thank you very much to Patty Carmela Flowers. And I mentioned our career in tech, but I would specifically like to thank our teleproductions team, who is here with behind the cameras. They're the faces behind the cameras that we don't see. And they put these events together and put us out onto our Boxcast events and document them for our accent program. So thank you very much to those individuals who are hard at work out there in the wings. Ryan, thank you. All right. Ryan, your question is that you have great respect for blank because blank.
I have great respect for my sister. This is because I've also overcome many adversities in life, and she's always been there for me. I always strive to become like her.
Thank you, Ryan. Excellent. All right, Maddie. So Maddie's going to go through the procedure, and she's going to pick out her questions. And I was speaking with Maddie this morning when they were waiting for their judge's interview, and we were reminiscing about a particular event during her sophomore year biology where we were on a field trip, and she had no problem, no qualms whatsoever about rummaging through the woods and the thorns and the briars and had no problem whatsoever really investing herself into the science that we were doing that day. And that's really one of the ways we think about Maddie. All right. Maddie, what are you grateful for and why?
I am grateful for my parents and my family and everybody in my life, because especially this year has showed me that people can not be here anymore so quickly, and I really appreciate them for everything they do for me.
Excellent. Thank you, Maddie. We're going to bring our next couple up here, and we have Jack and Diana. And if you are of a similar age to me, you are thinking, and I can see it, it's in your heads, a little ditty about Jack and Diana. Go ahead, step on up there. And it has been in my head since yesterday when I realized that they were paired together. And so please go ahead and go through your questions as I just have that running. That concept of an earworm, it's running through. And all the younger members of the audience are looking at me like, I don't understand what you're doing. So I would be remiss if I didn't mention that our tuxedos, mine included, and all these gentlemen's tuxedos were provided for by Howard's Tiger Rags downtown. As a downtown company, Howard's has been here since the Eisenhower administration. And being invested in the community means a lot more than just providing nice clothes to the folks at Howard's. And they are very appreciative of when we give them the business that helps us to support our community. And with the downtown improvements and that store is there, when you think about prom and when you think about formal events, think about Howard's, because they really have done an excellent job and have been a support and a pillar in our community. Diane, you all set? Fantastic. Good job. All right. This year, you are most proud of accomplishing.
This year, I am most proud of accomplishing my second year as a squad leader and section leader in the swing band, as well as earning my first job. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. All right, Jack. Jack falls into that category of personality. He's got personality. I had an opportunity to spend a little bit of time with Jack, and you picked already? Oh, all right, well done. Never before happened. Just the kind of thing we would expect from Jack. So, Jack, your favorite day of the year is what and because?
My favorite day of the year actually happens every 2 weeks, and that's payday. Because I'm sure a lot of people can relate. And my favorite day is payday because that's when I get more capital to invest in myself, invest in my business, and make that money grow.
Thank you, Jack. Hey, you can't say I didn't warn you, right? I mean, all right. Hey, let's bring our next couple up here. Owen and Kaylee. Who's going first, guys? Owen, all right, Owen. So Owen's gonna take a look through. Owen is one of those students he's always here very early, and he enjoys his time, and he gets a few extra laps walking around school, and is gonna be one of those who's checking in with his teachers and making sure everything is going the way it works for him. And then I always remember we were sitting in our sophomore classroom, and he told me that his middle initial was an R, and then I referred to him as Orc for the rest of his sophomore year, but he embraced it, right? I mean, it was okay. All right. The men's tuxedos were provided by Howard's, and I mentioned how they've been a pillar of our community. We also have Lindy's dresses, and Lindy's dresses has helped the young ladies as well by offering them some help and assistance and support. So some of the dresses that you see on the stage behind are also part of that part of our community, and how they've also been that pillar, that downtown. Owen, excellent. Owen, please share with us your most prized possession.
My most prized possession would probably be my photo collection from all just the memories within my life, just to remember everything good from what I've had, and then just to not forget about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Owen. All right. So Kaylee's going to go through her procedure and read through her possible questions, and she shared with me that this, to her, is not so stressful because we've had some other types of interviews with Kaylee that have been more stressful than this, and she would like to do actually like 7 or 8 questions instead of just one. If that's no, okay, we can't do that. Sorry, Kaylee, can't do only the one. Kaylee's one of those students who I actually taught her first year at Washington High School, so I feel like she's been here through all of those years, and to have known her now for almost 4 years is a large portion of their young lives, and it just feels like when something needs to get done, let's look to Kaylee because she will get it done. She's the type of organized that I aspire to be. So, but I'd like you to answer this question, please. A place that you would like to travel, and 2 or 3 reasons why.
So one place that I would like to travel to is the Netherlands because that is where my family is originally from, and it's been in our recent lineage, and I've heard about it my whole life, and I've also been able to travel out of the country already. So being able to see like outside culture from Costa Rica, it's really opened my eyes to what else is around the world. So being able to see where I'm really from is just something that I want to experience when I'm older.
Thank you, Kaylee. All right, ladies and gentlemen, according to the color coding, we are getting close, but let's bring up Davin and Mackenzie so that they can address their questions and let our judges know where they're thinking. Jen, where are we going? Who's going first? Mackenzie, all right. So this might seem a bit of an antiquated formal assembly in modern times, but the fact that we've got these fine judges here who are actually looking at the poise and composure that our outstanding senior boy and Miss Mass express on stage, it's an important and integral part of growing up. And we appreciate the judges taking time out of their busy days to come and evaluate this and to go through and to listen to these stories of students that you're meeting for the first time. And we appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to do that. And they appreciate it too. They may not appreciate it right now, but in retrospect, they will look back at today and really enjoy the fact that you were here. So thank you very much to our judges. All right, Mackenzie. Fantastic. Mackenzie, tell us 3 surprising facts about you.
So one surprising fact about me that not many people know is that I'm the oldest of
6 siblings and 7 siblings. I got one, sorry. Yeah, that's, not many people know that about me. Another thing would probably be that I have traveled across the country to Japan. It's a fun trip. And then I'm supposed to have my mask off, but it's fine. The last thing about me that's surprising is probably that I tried out for America's Got Talent a few years ago. Didn't make it, but it was a good experience. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mackenzie. All right, Davin. So as we were speaking the other day in preparation for this assembly, Davin said to me, he's like, hey, I think I still owe you $5. And I said, I don't remember that, and so no, you don't owe me $5, but yeah, that's for you guys later. Yeah, we talked about that already. So Davin may have broken some glassware during a lab at some point, and I arbitrarily assigned him a $5 fine. That doesn't really matter, and he was gonna hand me $5, and I was like, no, we're not gonna do that today, Davin. But I do appreciate that kind of responsibility that he had. I would like to, at this point, as he's reading through his questions, thank Bennett Photography for their hard work and getting the photographs for the Miss Mass Outstanding Senior Boy event. So they'll be taking pictures at the Women's Club later this afternoon. All set? Oh, this is a loaded question. All right. My favorite class that I have taken so far is, and because.
My favorite class I've taken so far would probably be calculus, for the pure fact that Mr. Kilgore teaches it, because he just connects everything, and he has like life lessons within calculus, believe it or not. And then I'd like to be an engineer, and calculus is pretty important in following that goal. So, thank you.
Thank you, Davin. Well done, guys. All right, we've got Magnus and Haley coming up to the microphone now. All right. Do we know who's going to go first? Magnus is going to take the lead. All right, Magnus, you got 2 questions to choose from. Magnus, I've actually known Magnus for quite some time. I taught his older sister, and I met him as a younger pre-high schooler. And he's always interesting to watch these students as they grow and they get, what? Are you kidding me? I didn't even get to tell the, okay. That's fine. It was a good story. It's all right. But this is more about you. So, Magnus, my strongest talent is, or would you rather, your best quality?
My best quality is probably being able to work hard. That talent comes from my parents and my family teaching me that nothing comes easy, and hard work will always get you what you want. So, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. All right, Haley. All right, Haley's going to go through her questions. Haley is the type of young lady who is a go-to kind of individual. So much so that we have an activity that is the first part of school of her sophomore year, and I have kept her example of that first activity. You guys are really, I appreciate it though. This is what we expect from the class of 2021. All right, what is your idea of a perfect day?
My idea of a perfect day would be a day where I can just spend time with my family and friends and really just take in the opportunity to be able to cherish that time that we have together before we don't have any time anymore. Thank you.
Thank you, Haley. Well done. All right. We're going to bring Brandon and Abby. I'm sorry to Abby's parents. Abigail is just, I don't know where that person is. I know Abby. I don't know Abigail. So who's going first? All right. Abby. So I know you've named her Abigail, and I'll try, but I can't get that. I don't know why. I'm sorry. So Abby falls into that category, just like all of these outstanding individuals, where if you need something to get done, Abby will do it. And I asked her yesterday if this was more terrifying than falling off a balance beam, and she goes, no, not really. No. She's taken enough falls. She gets it. She knows where she's coming from, and how that happens. So again, one of those examples of a involved, dedicated student who is not truly overcommitted, can manage that and manage time exceedingly well. And we're always impressed to see what Abigail does next. So right now, we're going to hear what you have to say about this. Yeah. All right, Abby, a job that you would love to have.
A job that I would love to have is a respiratory therapist. I'm going to Ohio State for respiratory therapy, and I'm going to strive to become the best respiratory therapist I can. Thank you.
Well done. All right, we're going to bring Brandon, and he's going to go through his envelope and see what questions he has to offer. And before he reads them and then picks one in 7 seconds flat, which I know he is capable of doing, let me make sure I get through some of our thanks. So I mentioned that Bennett Photography is going to be here taking pictures of the students, and those pictures then, the Miss Mass and Outstanding Senior Boy get blown up into a large frame, and then those images are also provided by Bennett Photography, and so we really appreciate their contributions to helping us out with the Miss Mass. And additionally, the Women's Club of Massillon. We'll be having a small luncheon after the ceremony to decompress, and we're going to be doing that at the Women's Club. So thank you to those group as well. All right, Brandon, the best birthday you ever had was?
The best birthday I ever had was probably just my 8th birthday. I was just there with my family, and it was really nice to see everyone for the first time, because some of my relatives were in town, and it was just a really nice experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Brandon. All right. Jordan and TJ are going to step up to the microphones. And they have opted for TJ. And I don't know if we put them back to back, but sorry, it's Therese. And but it's TJ. It's TJ. And I asked him, where did the name come from? We were just chatting, and he said, well, I'm named after my father. So I got to give him the Therese Jr. So there he is. So much respect there. So TJ, sorry, flipped right back into it. Super easy. Is the kind of student that makes teachers look good. When you present something, TJ gets it. He asks the questions, and then you feel really good about your ability as an educator. All right. All right, TJ. The best gift that you can give someone is?
I feel that the best gift that you can give someone as a person is their time, because especially with how things have been going lately, it's very easy to lose track with people that you're with. So if you just give someone time and let them know that they're cared for and that they're loved, I feel like that's the best thing you can do for someone, especially in times like this where it's so uncertain. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Jordan.
How can I go after that?
I don't know. You have to. So there you go. That's how you do it. While Jordan is reviewing her questions there, the jazz band was playing behind, and you don't get to see the jazz band, but they are there. So much respect to our jazz band, and thank you very much to our entire. Yes, go ahead. Give them a round of applause. They really are excellent. As we were backstage, we were kind of in awe because we can hear them more clearly than we could hear Mrs. Hathaway going through the biographies. And the gentlemen are on the side of the wings with me, and they're like, wow, that's really good. And they must get tired, and it must be a lot of hard work. Like these guys are professionals-ish. So they're getting there. So thank you very much for that nice renditions that you offered. And we really appreciate not just our jazz band, but our entire music program at Washington High School. This is kind of one of those celebrations where I get to say a lot of things about a lot of the great events that we have and a lot of great programs that Washington High School has to offer. And we really do appreciate that. Jordan, to make sure that we have a little bit about Jordan too, asks me the hardest questions I've ever been asked, and won't settle just for the easy answer. So we always appreciate it. She had that question that everyone else thought, but no one else would ask. So, all right. But I'm going to ask you a question now. And you get to choose here, but why are your mom or dad special?
Okay, so I'm getting emotional. My mom and dad are extremely special to me because without them, I wouldn't be the hardworking and caring person that I am today. I cry. You should have thought I'm a crier. But yeah, like without them, I wouldn't be up here with all of the accomplishments I've had today. So I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. All right, well done. Antoinette? Nathan? All right, step on up. All right. Antoinette's got her envelope. She's going to pick one. Antoinette has asked me to put her on a clock so that she has just under 10 minutes. Antoinette has no problem communicating and loves it and has practiced it, and is part of our Career in Tech HOSA program, where she has within nursing and pharmacy, or nursing, excuse me, she has been very active since her sophomore year, participating and competing at those levels. And I remember clearly her coming and running through her entire rendition of a speech with not a single note card to her name. So she is quite a phenom. You ready? Okay.
Ready as I ought to be.
I know. All right, Antoinette. A dream or aspiration that you have?
One dream or aspiration that I have is to become a pediatric nurse. I'm actually going to The Ohio State University. I got a full academic ride there, and I'm pursuing... Thank you. Okay, sorry. But anyways, so I got a full academic ride there, so I am pursuing nursing there, and I've always wanted to become a pediatric nurse, either with disability children or just children in general, because when I see a child, I see myself. I see a person who is so full of hope and potential and can be molded to anything. So if I can impact their life in any way that I can, then I will, and that's what I hope to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Antoinette. All right, Nathan. Nathan is that perfect example of a student who can manage both a very active work life and a very active academic life. He's got that balance figured out. He's an involved member, just like all of them are. And if you've been to the Marks on Amherst, you may have seen Nathan. Oh, that's where you recognize him from. So he is there, and he's always working. He's worked there for 2 years now. He's been very busy taking care of those things, as well as maintaining all of his academics. And efficient, this class, I'll tell you what. All right, Nathan, please explain what and why you have a favorite season.
All right, my favorite season is fall because I just think it's really beautiful with all the changing colors, and of course Halloween and Thanksgiving, just some great holidays in fall, and I just really enjoy the colors, and I just enjoy the atmosphere that it brings, and it's always really nice. It's not too cold, it's not too warm, it's just like the perfect temperature. Thank you.
Thank you, Nathan. Well, we have gotten to our last couple, our pairing here, where they are going to be asked their questions. There are still plenty of questions to choose from. Zach, you're going first? Yep. Of course. Excellent. All right. Zach was also part of that first mod, that mod 1 time where we had those students and asking those great questions and starting my day off 2 years ago really well. And so we always appreciate that, Zach, as that time that you spent with me back then. I want to make sure that we don't miss anybody. And so there are several faculty members who were previously on this stage. as candidates for Miss Mass and Outstanding Senior Boy. And I think it speaks to our community and it speaks to our school that those individuals have come back as educators and now invest their time and energy here with our students. So, Zach, you ready?
Yep.
Excellent. Zach, if you could eat only 3 foods forever, what would they be?
My first option would be ice cream, obviously. Who doesn't like ice cream? Comes in all different flavors. Second, I would say hot dogs. You know, they're easy to cook. They're pretty easy. You know, slap some mustard and ketchup on there. It's pretty easy. And then last one would be a Donato's pizza. Because nobody makes better pizza than Donato's. Thank you.
This part of the assembly brought to you by Donato's Pizza. Donato's Pizza, you can't get a better pizza. Good job, Zach. All right, Micaiah is going to look through her questions. I was speaking with her earlier this morning, and she 100% agreed that she is happy to be the best and the last. This is where she thrives. This is her confidence position. She's ready to end the ceremony on this question. This is where she didn't want to be first. She didn't want to be in the middle. She knew she wanted to be last. So I think I've gotten everybody except for, nope, I've gotten everybody. So I've gotten all of my thank yous and I've gotten all of my promos in. And Micaiah, we're saving the best for last.
Yeah.
All right, please tell us 3 things that scare you and why.
3 things that scare me are bugs. They're nasty and ugly and they're small. You can't really see them, so you never know if they're on you or not. I don't like heights. I like being on the ground where I feel secure. And the 3rd thing is public speaking. I don't like it. I don't like everyone's eyes on me. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Excellent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have completed the portion of the ceremony where we ask questions of all of the candidates and they answer their questions. What I'm going to do is bring them all up one last time, and we're going to stretch the gentlemen over here and the ladies over here. We'll move this out of the way so that we can get a photograph for anyone who would like to of the entire court of Miss Mass and Outstanding Senior Boy in our 8th decade of doing this particular ceremony. So as we get these things and items, thank you, Mrs. Ridgely, thank you, Mrs. Sunkel, cleared off of the stage, I will bring our first couple that we haven't seen for a while. So Evan and Brooke, if you would please come forward. All right, so come on up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to let Evan head over that way, and Brooke over that way. Thank you very much. Yeah. And we're going to get them all stretched out here in front. So let's bring our next couple up, Riley and Darian. All right. And our next couple, Alex and Emily. Come on up, Alex and Emily. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Well done. Ryan and Maddie. Jack and Diane. All right, thanks, guys. And Owen and Kaylee. And Davin is going to bring Mackenzie back up to the stage. And Magnus and Haley, please come on up. Excellent. Brandon. and Abigail. Therese and Jordan. Nathan and Antoinette. And Zach and Micaiah. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 Miss Mass Outstanding Senior Boy Court. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes our program. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be moving on to our next event, which is the luncheon. Ladies, gentlemen, thank you very much, audience. We appreciate your time and effort. Thank you to the judges.